Where did we come from? The Bible says, in the beginning, God created. Evolution teaches the opposite. No one created. It all happened by itself. Which one is the truth? This is Headquarters. Doc M. Jackie. And Rich. Their job? Investigate and discover the truth. This is The Creation Case.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Doc M. How was your weekend?
It was fantastic. I went to the state fair.
Really? That's so cool.
It was very cool. I went to one of those booths where, they dress you up like a cowboy and take your picture.
Yeah.
I went into one of those.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah, well, they had this really cool booth. Do you know how much I love mountains?
Of course.
Check this picture out. I went to one and I got a picture taken. It is the best.
Oh, wow. You're on Mount Rushmore.
Isn't that great?
Definitely amazing.
Well, it got me thinking that this would be our next assignment for Rich.
Mountains.
Mountains.
Cool.
I was also thinking about mountains because last week I got an email. Here it is. It says, Dear Doc M, last week my family went on vacation and we did some hiking in the Appalachian, right, the mountains in North Carolina. During our time there, we heard a tour guide saying that the Appalachian Mountains used to be the highest mountains on Earth 460 million years ago. My dad and I looked at each other and said, I need to write Dr. M about this. Do mountains say anything about the age of our Earth? Thank you. Ariana from San Antonio, Texas.
Wow, great letter.
No kidding. So I'm thinking this needs to be sent to Rich.
All right, I'll do that.
Where is Rich anyway?
Okay, so I get this message this morning saying I'm in the desert. And then a few minutes ago, I get a new one saying snowboarding.
Snowboarding and the desert?
Yeah. I know, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't get it. It's Rich. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Listen, just make sure he gets that message.
All right, got it. Mountains.
I need to find a place for my new pitch. Perfect.
Hey, I think we got a message from headquarters. We must have gotten our next assignment.
Hi, Rich. I have your next assignment. We're pretty confused over here by your messages this morning. Are you snowboarding or are you in a desert?
Both.
Anyway, your next assignment is about mountains. How were they formed? And also, when? See if you can find any clues that might be able to answer those questions. We look forward to your report.
Wow, mountains, cool. First things first, let me send a message to HQ to let them know I got the assignment. Mountains, got it. Just finished boarding in the desert. Going now. That should confuse them for a while. Let's get this down in our journal now. Mountains. All right, we're ready to go. Well, right now, I'm here at the Great Sand Dunes in southern Colorado. That means I'm not too far from some mountains. Let's go check them out, come on. Let's get back to the Jeep and drive out to one of these nice big mountains. Come on. Welcome to the Rocky Mountains. This is the longest range of mountains in North America, extending all the way from Canada to New Mexico. That's 3,000 miles of mountains. Since we are investigating mountains today, we are going to visit a 14er. 14ers are a group of mountains in the United States that are over 14,000 feet tall. What better way to learn about mountains than to climb to the top? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to climb to the summit. I think we're going to learn a lot about mountains on the way. Come on. Climbing to the top of any 14er is a long journey. That's why it's important to let our bodies acclimate to the high altitude. That means we get used to the low oxygen and air pressure. One of the best ways to acclimate to the high altitude is by spending a little time in this altitude before going any higher. We are going to hike to the top of that mountain first thing tomorrow morning. But the plan for now is to acclimate to this high elevation. While we're waiting, let's go for a ride and check out the area.
So, one of the first questions we have to ask is, how did the mountains get here in the first place? The answer that all scientists seem to agree on is called uplift. The evidence shows that at some point, things were flat, and that all the mountains in the world were uplifted, pushed up from where they were before.
The top layer of our planet is made up of a bunch of tectonic plates, which are constantly moving around. Here's a picture of the different plates that scientists have been able to identify.
When these plates rub against each other, we get earthquakes.
Sometimes, when the plates collide, one gets pushed down under the other, causing the one on top to be uplifted. I should write that down.
Mountains are formed when shifting tectonic plates are uplifted.
The big question is, when did they get uplifted? This is one of the questions we want to try to answer.
Secular scientists teach that the Rockies started forming 80 million years ago. The Bible teaches that God created the earth a few thousand years ago. Obviously, both can't be correct, but we're going to get to the bottom of this. In the meantime, it sure is fun soaking in God's awesome nature while we acclimate.
You know, one of the other important things we need to do to acclimate to these high elevations is get extra sleep. So I think I'm going to head back to the Jeep now and make camp and get ready for tomorrow.
Hi everyone, Doc M here at HQ. Even when Rich is lucky to be out investigating mountains, we're still here investigating other things. Today we're investigating some claims that evolution makes. One of the biggest differences is that evolution teaches humans have been around for a couple 100,000 years. So today, I'm studying some evidence from architecture and archaeology to see if they provide some clues. Hey, you want to join me? Of course you do. Here we go. Here's what I did. Since humans love to build, I searched for some of the oldest stuff. older than your mom, older than your dad, really old. We found some in the world. Here, let's look. The Pantheon, 2,000 years old. Wow, that's old. It's the oldest building still being used today. There's another one. This is the Great Wall of China. 5,500 miles of wall. It just keeps going. And it was started about 2,500 years ago. Another one. Megalithic temples on the island of Malta, about 4,500 years ago. Wow, keeps getting older, huh? Here's another one. Stonehenge, about 4,500 years ago. Wow. Here. This is the Pyramid of Zoser, supposedly one of the oldest ones. Do you see a pattern like I see a pattern? Evolution teaches that humans evolved slowly for hundreds of thousands of years. So then why don't we really see anything built before that? Not only that, if you notice that the things humans were building, it's no small job. Even today, archaeologists are still trying to figure out how they built the pyramids. These people were awesome builders. Did they just wake up one day and say, let's build incredibly complex buildings? No. It's like an amazing, intelligent people suddenly appeared on our planet, started to build. You know what? The Bible tells us that a global flood destroyed everything on our planet. According to the Bible, it makes sense that we didn't see anything before that. So again, I am utterly and completely convinced that God is my creator.
Hold on, we got bloopers. Said, whoa, where am I going? I'm like, not even very close.
The architect. Why that big word?
Edificado. 20 foot up.
Hi everyone, Doc M here. Let's just start that right over again.
True or false?
Oh no! Oh no!